Nothing like some good old-fashioned irony. This is a good one. If I'm being honest, I just sat here for several seconds thinking, because I don't even know how to necessarily tackle this one. There are just so many glaring contradictions, and the irony is really on epic levels. I guess let's just get to it, and maybe I'll think of some more things, but as I read through it, I think the contradictions and such are pretty apparent. So let's just get to this little exchange I had on a YouTube video. Darren says, I tried to trade small moves. Yeah, small moves happen, but also big moves happen against you. I've been trading for a year now, and it just seems to get harder. My reply back, my guess is you've gone the random free education route. And then Darren says back, there's enough free content out there so you don't have to pay for a course. I read books on economics to get some awareness and basic knowledge of how the markets work. I can easily make money trading. The thing I find difficult is managing my emotions/losses, so inevitably end up in the red or have to grind back up to a respectable green position. I mean, I don't want to I shouldn't laugh. Darren, I guess I am kind of laughing at you, but Darren, dude, wake up. I got to double check this. I can easily make money trading. Listen, part of trading is managing your emotions. That goes into trading, and you got to be able to manage those losses. So no, you're not easily making money trading. And another thing that, I mean, I'm not really insulted, but I could be insulted. I think I can make a strong argument for why I could be insulted. But trading is difficult. Trading is not impossible, but it's difficult. So why you think having, and I quote, a basic knowledge of how the markets work is all you need to have success in trading? I could be insulted by that, because there's a little bit more that goes into trading than a basic understanding. I mean, here's a little freebie for you, Darren. A book on economics has no bearing on how to actually trade. Yeah, that's great. You learn about supply and demand. That's important for kind of life. You learn about inflation and money supply, and why, elasticity of demand and all that sort of stuff. But that doesn't do anything for trading. But Darren, when you don't know what you don't know, and when you're just pulling yourself in all different directions because of that free education route, then, which, I mean, it was quite apparent based on your first comment, but Darren, it's a mess. There are so many ironies. You can't say you can easily make money trading, because I get it, you randomly gamble and make money, and that seems easy, but that's, as I always say, and this will mean more to those of you that have watched many videos on the channel, but I say this quite a bit. Making money in the market, I mean, that is easy. That's very easy. Because, I mean, you could blindfold a monkey, spin them around in a chair so they get really dizzy, and then hand him a dart, and he could still chuck that dart and maybe even get a bullseye. But here comes the other part of trading, the hard part of trading, which you just perfectly illustrated. Holding on to those gains is the hard part. Let me say that again. Making money in the market, I don't care about that. Anybody can make money in the market. A blind or drunk, dizzy monkey with a dart can make money in the market. But that money that is made, can you hold on to it? And you cannot, Darren, I think. Or is it Derek? Darren. No, and you're not alone. That's a very common thing. People make money and then they give back their gains. And you're not alone, but what's going to isolate you from lots of other people is your attitude, your mentality. Somebody is, putting something before you. No. There's plenty of free stuff out there. And how's that working for you, Darren? It has you not even understanding what trading is, because you're using trading in the context of, I can easily make money trading, but then you go on to complain about things that are actually still part of trading. Maybe I'm playing semantics there, but still, the way he's phrasing it, you get what I'm saying. So, I mean, this is just another data point of what free education can give you. And I've done lots of videos on this because I'm not calling anybody stupid that wants to go the free education route, because it makes sense. Why would I pay for stuff when it's all out there on the internet? Well, yes, it is all out there on the internet. But when you don't know what you don't know, first, let's just say that you somehow guess and you somehow pluck all the good bits of information. Because yeah, there's a lot of information out there, but there's also lots of bad. There's also lots of very average bits of information out there. But let's just assume that somehow you are able to pluck all the good pieces of information out there. That's only half the battle. Now the next half of the battle is, okay, well now what order do you learn all that good information in? Because if you start learning about information in an order that's out of whack, that's going to be just as disastrous. So that's why free education, why I don't blame people's thought process to say, I'm going to go that route because I just need to watch some YouTube videos. Yeah, that's valid, but if you stop and think about it, if it was that easy as a couple books and a couple of YouTube videos and all that, I think we would all agree that success rates would be at least a little bit higher than 10%. I mean, maybe 20, maybe 30 at least, if all it took was reading some books and watching some YouTube videos, because there's more that goes into it. And, that is where people get into trouble. And we have, just like I said, another shining data point of it. Clay, you're just saying this because you sell stuff. No, I'm honestly not. I'm not even going to talk about it other than that comment right there. If you want to go out there and keep doing the free stuff, or maybe you haven't even started the market, but you're in that mentality of I'm going to go all free, then go for it. All I'm saying is you better have a great paying job, you better have deep pockets, or you better have a money tree growing out back, because it's going to be very, very expensive. And like I said, you can either take my word for it and learn some shortcuts and learn from people that have already done a bunch of stupid stuff, or you can just go out there and do it all on your own. But now, to be fair, am I saying that you're going to go as drastic as Darren here? I'm not going to say that, but if it was really as easy as free information, success rates would be at least a little bit higher. I think we could agree on that. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading, or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.